Hi guys, welcome to Office Blokes React. I am Office Bloke Dave.
I'm Office Bloke Mike.
I'm Office Bloke Daz.
Together we are the Office Blokes.
Yes, we are.
It's a true factual statement. Now, we did a similar video to this that it turned out we thought was the 2023 cities everyone's moving to in America.
Yeah, it turned out to be 2022, didn't it?
Yeah, and it was a year old.
Yeah. It was titled 23.
Yeah. I'm interested to see where people are moving to in 2023, if it's changed at all.
Yeah.
What was number one? Do we remember?
No.
It wasn't Austin, was it?
No.
Or was it Delaware or somewhere? Or am I thinking of the states that people were moving to?
Delaware's a state, isn't it? Can't remember.
There was definitely some of the, you know, the that sort of northeast region. That was high up on there.
Yeah,
I think.
Can't remember now.
Oh, we'll find out. But before we do, make sure you subscribed if you aren't already. It means the world to us, and we are only 800 and how many? I forgot.
789,000 away.
700. Yeah, okay. I should have thought about that before I started talking. But yeah, it's final push to get to 1 million subs now. So we need you. We really do. The top 10 cities everyone is moving to in America in 2023. Let's do it.
Did you know that according to a recent survey, 40% of Americans considered a move in 2022? Could 2023 be the year where everyone finally packs their bags? After our video about the 10 cities everyone is leaving, we figured it was only right to make a video about what cities people are moving to. So, today on Across the Globe, we're going to be looking at the 10 cities everyone is moving to. Let's get into it. Number 10, Fort Myers, Florida. Fort Myers has seen an 8.37% increase in population since the 2020 census. That's right, this city is booming, and it's currently ranked one of the fastest growing cities in Florida. When we dug into the data, it was clear to see why people are flocking here. In the past 5 years, for instance, workers in Fort Myers have seen a 47% increase in earnings. And while some parts of the country are struggling with housing shortages, that's definitely not the case here. In fact, Fort Myers has seen the number of housing units increase by 28%. Luckily, that doesn't mean that housing prices have increased. In fact, the median sale price of a home in December 2022 was about $380,000 according to Redfin. That's slightly below the national median sale of $388,000. No wonder everyone is moving here. Number 9.
I've never heard of it.
Fort Myers.
Yeah, I think I've heard of it.
It's like the whole coast area down there in Florida is like when you go down like Boca Raton and Fort Lauderdale, Miami. It's all nice down there.
Around that Fort Myers, am I right? A lot of them were sort of like built on stilts, as it were.
It looked like it.
Which canal, you got like the inlets. I don't know what you call them.
Right,
They're not like canals, but like they go
Estuaries.
inside. It's like no, because what you've got the beach island on one side, say and then you've got the main bit, and you've got all the bits that go in, and
Yeah, I get you.
like canalways, but not canals.
Yeah.
It looked nice though.
Yeah, it does.
Great weather as well, I'm guessing, apart from the
Hurricanes.
hurricanes
Down there,
and
isn't
stuff.
it? Yeah.
9. Raleigh, North Carolina. Did you know that as of 2020, Raleigh was the second fastest growing metro area in the entire U.S.? In fact, Raleigh saw a 23% increase in population between 2010 and 2020. Okay, but what about the past couple of years? Well, even just from 2021 to 2023, Raleigh's population grew over 6%, and there are good reasons why. For one, Raleigh has lots of job opportunities. It's part of the famous Research Triangle, which is the name for the metropolitan area that encompasses Raleigh, Durham, and Chapel Hill. This area includes Research Triangle Park, which houses hundreds of companies including science and tech firms and Duke University, North Carolina State University, and the University of North Carolina, Chapel Hill. In other words, people who are in the fields of science, tech, or education, or even just supporting industries, have a huge incentive to move here for work. Because of all of this, it's considered a great place for families and, as a perk, has highly ranked public schools. What's even better is that the housing market doesn't seem to have caught up to all that Raleigh has to offer. In fact, Redfin listed the median home sale price in December 22 at $381,000, slightly below the national median sale. Number 8. Austin, Texas. It's pretty clear that 2023 is going to be another big year for Austin. In the last few years, Austin has seen a steady growth rate and an influx of new residents, especially from states like California. In fact, former Californians account for a whole 34% of new Texas residents, and Austin is definitely a big part of that statistic. But it's not just your everyday person that's moving here. Many companies' CEOs have been relocating their headquarters from California to Austin, like Elon Musk, for example. And speaking of Elon Musk, Austin might become the next Silicon Valley, with Tesla potentially spearheading the way for other tech companies to relocate. While companies like Tesla are moving to Austin for tax benefits, if you're one of the many who decides to move here, especially from a state like California, you'll also reap similar benefits. That's because Texas has no state income tax, meaning more dollars in your bank account. Finally, people are moving here because there's tons to do. Austin has a great music and arts scene and is the perfect place for foodies. There are also plenty of cool festivals like South by Southwest and Austin City Limits. Number 6.
Yeah.
I heard Matthew McConaughey talk about Austin.
Yeah.
He's from there, isn't he?
Yeah, it's a beautiful looking place.
It looks really nice, doesn't it?
But he said just for all the people moving to Austin, don't lose sight of what you're moving away from. Don't bring your California sensibilities to Texas and think you're going to change it. You've got to fit in with our sensibilities down here.
Yeah.
Because it's apparently a very liberal place.
Oh, the world
in
don't work
quite
like
a
that now,
conservative state. No, it doesn't.
How many people move to the UK and bring all their shit with them? Shit baggage.
Well, it's what people do, but I think what he was warning
True.
people of is all the stuff you're trying to flee California for. Just don't bring that here. You know, let's keep it nice the way it is, and then enjoy it
Original.
the way it is. Yeah, but it seems like a proper artsy cultural part.
It
of
does.
Texas.
Looks a good place. Plenty going on there and everything.
Yeah.
Again, probably nice weather there as well. So, yeah, it looks good.
7. Lakeland, Florida. Polk County, the county that houses the city of Lakeland, is currently the second fastest growing county in the entire country. That's right. The most recent census saw that this county increased by 2.7% between 2019 and 2020. And that growth is predicted to continue from 2023 and beyond. But there's more. U.S. News named Lakeland one of the fastest growing cities in the country, and this growth is expected to continue through 2060 with a 55% increase in population. Let me do the math for you. That would mean that Lakeland's metro population would increase from its current size of about 764,000 to nearly 1.2 million people by 2060. So why is everyone moving here? Well, for one, it's beautiful. While most people think of Florida as being filled with beaches, Lakeland has 38 incredible lakes. It's also affordable, at least for now. The median sale of a home was about $315,000 in December 2022, nearly $75,000 less than the national median sale. Number 6. Phoenix, Arizona. According to the last census, Phoenix is the fastest growing big city in America. In fact, between 2010 and 2020, the population of Phoenix grew from 1.4 million people to 1.6 million people. Affordable cost of living is one of the attractions, with many fleeing expensive states like California to take advantage of lower taxes and cheaper living costs. While the median house sale price in December 2022 was $410,000 according to Redfin, that's not much higher than the national median of $388,000, and it's significantly less than costs in other big cities. Number 5.
Yeah,
Surprised at that.
Yeah.
the places without state taxes, obviously that's, encouraging businesses to move and things like that. What's the downside? I know obviously they're not getting, the taxes going to the local government, but they seem to be able to run big cities and states without...
You have state income tax and you have federal tax is the other one. There's two taxes you pay.
Yeah.
So
pay federal everyone pays.
Yeah, and then state is state. So what's the? I mean, you probably get like I don't know if companies what the corporation tax companies pay to be there.
Yeah.
Or what incentives they get. Like property taxes and stuff like that. You'd have as well.
Yeah. Yeah.
So they might go into the kitty to sort of like support what they've done, all the infrastructure of what they've got.
But you look at places like Texas who don't have a state tax. It seems like there's enough to go around.
State
it seems
income
like
tax. So that's just what you earn.
No,
Your income.
Yeah.
State income tax, you don't
Yeah,
have.
yeah.
So you'll have other tax, you'll have property taxes to pay.
Oh
and
yeah,
stuff like
yeah.
that.
yeah, absolutely, yeah. But you're still talking like potentially 10% of everything everyone earns, or something not going back into the system.
Depends. I mean, that's the problem we face over here, isn't it? With our sort of like county governments and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Is we don't get enough going in. What comes out?
But to a certain extent, it does, because people, if not paying as much tax, they've got more spendable money, haven't they? They've got more,
Spendable,
they can go out and spend more in the local economy. They can go out and have
so
more
the
meals,
economy
go to the bars
booms.
So
more.
you'll have sales tax. You'll have sales tax and everything that goes with it. VAT or whatever. I don't know.
The state can probably make money off other things, don't they? But not directly from person
income.
I'm just wondering if someone like California, who's seeing big businesses move and lots of people move, could say, right, let's abolish state tax. In a move to get people
state
to,
income tax.
Yeah.
You could do, but what you've got is, you've got California's known for its, you've got the Napa Valley wine region. You've got the movie industry. You've got the technology, what do you call it? What's the
Silicon
Valley?
Yeah.
You've got all this kind of stuff that's over there, which are massive industries that sort of generate massive people to go over there and go on. Plus, you've got the living conditions in California.
Yeah.
People enjoy that sort of like way of life over there.
I mean, everything there you can't replicate in another state, can you? So, like, say, just all the other businesses there as well, they probably all go together, don't they?
Not unless you get mass investment from somebody like an Elon Musk who'll say, you know what, we are going to go there, we're going to take the Tesla brand, we're going to make this, then we're going to bring something else in, then we're going to bring something else in. You've got 30 years down the line, you've got the equivalent of California in Texas.
There'll be some industries like maybe Elon Musk that doesn't need California, the state. It just so happens that he's there, so it just might look a bit more attractive going to another state. And for the business he's got, it probably doesn't matter, does it? For selling cars, and they can afford it, and then they do get incentives over here sometimes, don't they? In regions maybe like years ago in Lost Coal Mining, they were offering companies, I think like Nissan's up in the northeast, or used to be, I think it still is. In Sunderland, where the shipyards went and things like that. Then they incentivise companies to go there, don't they? And don't have to pay tax and things like that.
The tattoo shop I go to in Northern, they literally said to all businesses below a certain size, and that was based off square footage, not off revenue. They said there's no business tax to pay. No, what do you call it? Rates. Business rates.
Yeah,
no business rates. So for like 2-3 years, something like that, he didn't pay any business rates, even though he turns a great profit and has got a
My son pays business rates on his business. It's too small.
Does he not?
The shop's too small. So it's under a certain square footage, you don't pay it.
Right.
That's fair enough. Yeah. It's only up to a certain rateable value.
Yeah.
It works
Right.
Des Moines, Iowa. Iowa's population has been pretty slow growing in recent years, but Des Moines is an outlier, with some Des Moines suburbs growing 10 times faster than elsewhere in Iowa. But Des Moines' growth isn't just outpacing Iowa, it's outpacing parts of the entire Midwest. That's right, Des Moines is considered the fastest growing major Midwest metro area. One big draw of this city is its cheap cost of living, and with a median home sale price of $178,000 in late 2022, it's easy to see why. Another draw is that Des Moines is a great place for young professionals and for those looking to raise a family. If you're looking for a suburban neighborhood where you can feel safe letting your kids ride bikes down the street, you'll be able to find it here. Or if you're a young professional wanting to live in a trendy downtown apartment, that's available here too. Finally, with a population of about 217,000 and a metropolitan population of over 680,000, there's plenty to do here, despite Iowa's stereotype as a boring state filled with nothing but corn. Number 4. Chattanooga, Tennessee. Chattanooga is one of those places that has seen small but steady growth in the past few years. While its metro area is only increased by about 1% between 2022 and 2023, that was a 32% increase in growth rate when compared to the previous year, and a 95% increase in growth rate when compared to 2020. Because of this, U.S. News named it one of the fastest growing metropolitan areas in the U.S. I bet you're wondering why people are moving here. Well, as Tennessee's 4th largest city, Chattanooga has a population of approximately 185,000, which makes it big enough to enjoy both the amenities of urban living while also making it small enough to actually get to know your neighbors. This city boasts a brand new riverfront, a project that cost $120 million and has tons of outdoor activities like hiking, biking, and kayaking. Realtor.com even ranked it one of the top 10 most affordable cities in the entire U.S. and predicted that it would continue to be an affordable place to move in the coming year or so. The job market is also strong, and cost of living is cheaper than most metro areas elsewhere in the U.S. Number 3. Boise, Idaho. Idaho's capital, Boise, is predicted to be the fastest growing city in the U.S. by 2060, with the population expected to increase by 68.8%. Along with this prediction, Boise has also seen an influx of people move from coastal states. In fact, according to Money, in 2019, 7,900 California residents moved to Boise, and that number increased to 10,073 in 2020. And since then, about another 10,000 people have settled down in this city. Why is everyone moving here? Well, the affordable cost of living is one draw. Another is the mix of urban living and proximity to nature. It's also considered a great place to raise a family. Boise also has one of the lowest unemployment rates of any metropolitan area in the entire United States. That's great news for job seekers. Number 2.
Isn't that somewhere you talked about going?
Yeah. That rings a bell, that one, yeah.
Boise, yeah. It's somewhere I want to just go and have a look. I want to have a snoop around and see what it's like.
Looks really nice. A lot of greenery there, a lot of trees, isn't there, near the centre sort of thing. So, yeah, it looks really nice.
There's a few places that are like off the beaten track where I'd like, I fancy going there. Yeah. I looked, and then I was watching with interest with Chattanooga as well. It's another sort of like area where I'd like to have a little sort of like,
Yeah, that was an interesting one as well.
And you go to sort of like Tennessee or wherever, but there's loads of places that it come from my radar and I think, let's have a look at that bit. I mean, it's so many time and expense, isn't it? About where you want to go. It's but sometimes you pass through for a day or two and it's not long enough. Yeah, if you want to sort of do a day, you drive. We did a drive across country, and some of the places you stopped and you think I could stay here for like a few days, but you don't have time.
Yeah,
just got to do a day two and move on.
You can see why so many people do the States in a big RV. And they can just at their leisure just drive from place to place. Yeah, it's definitely
again you need a lot of time.
Yeah,
absolutely. Yeah, it's so big, isn't it?
More of a retirement thing.
Yeah. Complete side note, but the takeaway Starving Man.
Yeah.
In Altrincham, that used to be called Chattanooga Choo Choo.
Did it? Was it Chinese?
No, it was like all I remember is getting chips from there. It's when I first discovered being able to get a couple of quid and go to a takeaway. Yeah, Chattanooga Choo Choo.
I just remember the song. It was in one of the musicals.
Chattanooga Choo Choo.
That's the one. Yeah, I can't remember which musical it was, but anyway.
Charleston, South Carolina. Charleston's metro area has consistently seen around a 2% growth rate each of the last few years. That's a huge number of people when you consider that Charleston's metro population is quite large, at about 745,000. U.S. News even named it one of the fastest growing cities in the U.S. in 2022 to 2023. So why is everyone moving here? Well, there's lots to like about Charleston. For one, the people here are considered some of the friendliest people in the country, making it easy to quickly feel at home and form new connections. It also has a great food scene, lots of history, and tons of natural beauty. For those of you with children, here's another perk. Charleston's public schools are some of the top rated in the state. And to top it all off, Travel and Leisure magazine has named Charleston the top city in the U.S. for 9 years in a row. Number 1, Leander, Texas. Leander has seen a 35% increase in growth since 2017, bringing its current population to close to 70,000, with 13.85% of that growth coming from just the last 2 years. And it looks like Leander has no plans to slow down, considering...
My guess is it's got like a massive investment from a particular company, or a industry,
Amazon like distribution centre or something.
Look like they're clearing a lot of land there, and building sort of
Charleston
on it.
At Charleston one before. I think I've been to Charleston, but I can't 100% remember. I went to Savannah, which is I think North Carolina, to see some customers, and we had to go and see a shipping line in. I'm pretty sure it was Charleston. And we ended up driving the next day to down to Charleston and go to Charleston. But again, it's one of them places where you only spend a day.
Yeah.
And you go out, you have some beers and something to eat, and then you shoot off somewhere else.
Yeah.
So you don't have time to take it in.
Maybe I don't know where we went to after that, but
it's like passing through.
This is, I think, the reason we're seeing places that we've not necessarily heard of before in here is because they're basing it off growth compared to percentage of growth.
Yeah,
so 70,000, and it's grown 13%.
Yeah,
it's not actually a lot of people, is it? It's probably like 8,000 people have moved there in the last year or two, and like you say, that could be Amazon distribution centre. All the workers and their families move there. Boom!
I don't know where it is. I don't know where it is in comparison to say Austin in Texas. It's Leander, Texas. He said, right? So if it's in the vicinity of Austin, Texas, and they're putting a massive
like the Gigafactory and things like that.
A car, Tesla.
Yeah.
If they put a massive Tesla plant in there, then that could attract easily 8,000 workers
if they fix nearby, and
plus their family.
Yeah, if it's
plus anything that any hangers on they've got as well.
It might not necessarily, like say, be industrial. It might be more sort of like housing and things like that.
Then you need a hotel. Then you need a hotel. Then you need builders, and everyone else moves to that, migrates there to generate
transport, etc.
It could be potentially 4,000 working age people and their kids
and the family,
couldn't it? So when you get the hangers on, like you say, then suddenly it's 13% growth over a year.
But everything goes with it. You're not going to build a Tesla plant and not have any hotels nearby for people who come in who are doing the development.
If you bring people in, bring your families in, you're building schools as well, you're building hospitals, absolutely the whole lot.
Yeah.
It is still growing at about 5% annually. Leander is considered not only one of the fastest growing cities in Texas, but one of the fastest growing cities in the entire United States. A big reason everyone's moving here may be because it's only 30 minutes away from Austin. For those looking for Austin amenities but a little more space, Leander is a huge draw. Leander also has great public schools, attracting lots of families. Plus, those who move to Leander don't need to travel to Austin to take advantage of things like culture, arts, and entertainment. In fact, Leander has its own booming arts and restaurant scene that rivals that of Austin's. So, what's not to like? What about the cheapest places to live in Florida?
That actually seemed
bang on the button there about being Austin.
I was going to say, before I said it, I was going to say, if you're not going to tell us where it is, I was going to say, let's try and find out if it is near Austin or one of the big cities like that.
That
is, behold, it was,
It seems, I can see the benefits of a place like that. You're 30 minutes away from somewhere that's absolutely exploding, but is really expensive for real estate and everything else.
Yeah.
You're probably getting good schools, affordable housing, all the benefits. Quiet, and then you've got like a half-hour drive or train ride or bus ride.
And the main thing is if they've got the transport links, which I guess they've got highway going there, then it's not far at all.
Shown the highway there, didn't it? Was it 76? I can't remember what number it was. Was it 76 or something like that?
I think
sure,
it might have been.
Didn't catch that.
It was. Yeah.
But we have watched a video where they talked about public transport in the States, though, haven't we? And they said it's shit.
Yeah. But you can drive. Half an hour drive is nothing.
Yeah, but for nightlife, where you might not want to, you might want to drink.
Still drink and drive. Don't encourage that.
We don't advocate that.
What else are you going to do though?
Ubers, I guess.
Yeah, you can get Ubers. Few and far between in some places.
You can't get an Uber near me.
Yeah, whether you get, you live in the middle of nowhere, mate.
No one wants to go there.
By the time I get down from my house down at the bottom, the Uber's waiting for me. He texts me 4 times already. You know what I mean? I might be coming, mate.
Yeah, that's what it's like when I stay at Ashes.
You know, she lives down the road from me.
Yeah, you've got a bucket when you're ready to leave the house.
You've got to have your shoes on, your coat on, and ready to lock the door.
Yeah,
and then you book it, and he pulls up
there.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what you call service.
Seems like a cool place though.
Some really nice places there.
I'd still think I'd take Austin first, and then gradually maybe move to Leander when I'm 90.
When you're tired, when you've almost drank yourself to death.
Yeah.
Go for the hustle and bustle first.
I've got to go major city first. And be right in the middle of it.
Yeah,
you can walk.
I like being just out. And then I've got the best of both worlds. It's quiet.
Yeah, I'm quite keen on that. Well, we're sort of quietish where we are anyway, but it's not too bad. It's handy for the town as well, isn't it? It's pretty near.
Old people.
I went
in Chinese restaurants now.
It is.
I know.
Chinese supermarket even.
I went in the pub that's opposite Simply Aquatics the other day. I can't remember what it's called. Quarry Bank.
Yeah.
It was finished work here. I was on my way to Ashes, and I just cut through there because she wasn't going to be home for a couple of hours. Went in, had 1 pint of Guinness. It was rammed.
Oh yeah,
it can be. Yeah,
4:45.
All my mates go in there.
You couldn't move. Yeah. I mean, it's a big pub as well.
What day was it?
Yeah. Friday.
I was wondering if it was all my mates go there before the game.
Really?
And they run a bus from there.
Right.
Do they?
Yeah, you'll know them all.
Right.
Yeah.
Do you? I mean, you get a lot of the trades going in as well, don't you?
they
So
do.
Fridays, they
they're all
finish
trade.
early, bang.
Yeah.
Everyone was
All
old.
trade. Yeah.
Everyone was old though.
Really?
All traders.
You couldn't move in there, but it was like the average age was probably mid-50s.
Yeah, it's a good pub.
Yeah.
It's a decent pub. Yeah,
I enjoyed
it's
it.
all right,
A great pint of Guinness.
They might have had a bowling thing on, I don't know, because they've got a bowling green at the back.
Yeah.
So maybe they had a bowling tournament somewhere, I don't know. But it's a popular place.
But that's, when you get sort of, I'm not saying Simply's out of town, but you've got Manchester, and then Simply would be classed as out of the hustle and bustle.
It is, yeah.
And you've got great pubs like that that are just rammed loads of atmosphere.
Yeah.
So you don't have to be in it. You just need to be near it.
You can walk over the road to the Stonemasons as well and be like in another good pub in I don't know, a minute walk.
Yeah, just down. Yeah, minute walk. Yeah, if that.
If I want to bump into people I went to high school with.
Yeah.
Last time I was
down the
there,
road.
there was loads.
Yeah, there's a few around there, but decent.
Yeah.
Hope you guys enjoyed that. Let us know what you think was missing off the list and what towns we should come and visit. And you never know, you might see the Office Blokes in your town near you. Coming soon. We'll catch you on the next one.
Cheers, guys.